Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is pause, day 2. We're deepening into that sense of how do you pause? Is this a pause? Really? I think the definition for me of pause is that I'm having no outside input of technology and I'm attending to sensations on the inside of me, self-driven. But what's your definition of pausing? Does that include this or is it something else as well? So come, let's sit and light our candle. Come. As always, I love my aromatherapy. Rose oil is one of my favorites. Beautiful. So come, sit. So just connecting in. Feel your ground. I have a little block underneath my bum. How is it to pause? What are the skills that you have that you connect in with? For me, it's weight, breath, and then movement in my body. And that's inner movement, the interoceptive layer of me, the movement of blood, of like the sense of flow that is in my body. What are your connections or your way of deepening in and pausing? In just another 30 seconds. Just notice, is this comfortable for you to sit in silence? Or is there discomfort or agitation that arises as a result? Or do you really settle in and enjoy this? Nice. So come, lie on your back. Come, come. So lying on your back, your knees are bent. Feet are flat on the floor. And just begin by rocking your knees from side to side slowly. And as you do so, just get a sense of the sensations in your body. Tracking the movement from one side to the other side. I'm traveling slowly, smoothly, like as if I'm moving through honey. That sense of really deeply feeling the traveling of my legs, the stretching of my belly, the motion in my spine. Nice. Draw your right knee up towards you. Squeeze it in, but without your arms, and then stretch it long and strong away from you. And draw your right knee in, pull it up towards you, and then stretch the right leg long and strong. And again, draw your right knee in, and then stretch it long. Nice. Now, next time that you have it stretched long, Drop your left thigh out to the side. So your left leg is out to the side. It's not going to touch the floor, your knee, it's too high, but your right leg is still floating. And then draw your right knee up, left leg comes back up to center. As you straighten your right leg long, drop your left leg out to the side and come back to center. Left leg out to the side, right leg long, center, and again. Left leg out, right leg long. Now you're going to sweep up into gliders towards the left. So my elbows are on the floor, and I'm going to rock my pelvis over towards the left. So now my left leg has landed on the floor a bit more, and my right toes are pointing towards the left. And now bend your right knee up into gliders. Straighten your leg, land on your back. Rock over, draw your right knee up into gliders. Land flat on your back, leg is straight. Glider over towards the left. Land on your back, leg is straight. Glider over towards the left. Pause there. Bring your left hand underneath the right knee so that you're creating a shelf for your right leg. And then lift your right arm up into the air and drop your right shoulder deeply. Drop your elbow. Turn your head towards the right and just lengthen into that armpit. Breathe into that right side of your chest. You can, if you wish, drop the right knee a little bit deeper towards the floor or keep your hand underneath the knee like a shelf. Just see what's right for you. And just feel the twist of this moment. Nice. Come all the way back. Lift your shoulders up. Lift your pelvis up. Land straight. And then draw the left knee up towards your chest. And then straighten it long so it floats just above the floor. Left knee up. Long. Left leg up. Long. Left leg up. Long. Left leg up. And long. So keep your left leg floating long. Drop your right knee out to the side. My left leg is still floating. Now, bring them both back to center, drawing your left knee up. And then straighten your leg, drop your knee outwards. Center. Drop your knee out, leg straightens. Center. Drop your knee out and straighten. Center. Straighten your left leg, drop your right knee out to the side. Now, drop your right thigh to the floor and your pelvis is tilted towards the right. Bend your left knee, draw your left knee up towards your right shoulder. Gliders. Come back to landing flat on the floor. Right knee is still out to the side. Left leg is straight. And then rise up into gliders. Left leg straight, right knee to the side. Glider to the right. Left leg straight, right knee to the side. Last one. Glider to the right. Bring your right hand underneath your left knee. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling and then drop your left shoulder. Drop your elbow, reach your arm. Turn your head towards the left. And then just maybe, if you want to, you can take the shelf out from underneath your knee and allow your knee to drop a bit deeper. Settle into the twist. Nice. Come back to center. Cool. So interlock your fingers and bring your hands behind the back of your head and bring your knees together, your thighs together. And then roll over onto your left side. So my arms are either side of my head or my forearms are either side of my head and my feet are touching. So then draw your right elbow back and your right shoulder back and imagine you can get your right shoulder to the floor. And then come all the way back. Try and bring your elbows together. Draw your right shoulder to the floor. And there's a moment where my forearm touches, and then I can go a little bit deeper with my shoulder. Next time your shoulder goes wide, pause. Imagine that you can really draw that right shoulder into the floor. You can lengthen the back of your neck. You're widening into the back of your pelvis, and you're squeezing your knees together. Breathe and pause. Nice. From here, bring your foot back to your 2 feet back to center. Lift your bum, drop it down. Wiggle your shoulders on the floor. Nice. Other side. Ankles together, knees together, and then roll over onto your right side. And then draw your left elbow back and imagine you can bring your left shoulder to the floor. And then come back. left left shoulder to the floor. Coming back. Left shoulder to the floor. And coming back. Last one. Left shoulder to the floor. Imagine that you can really widen, squeeze your knees together. And I'm really like, how would I get more of my rib cage moving backwards? More of my rib cage connecting towards the floor. Lengthen through the spine. Soften. I don't know if soften actually is the right word. I feel like I'm really strongly connecting into the power of me because I'm drawing my rib cage back, squeezing my thighs. But there's a pause in this moment of connection. Nice. Come all the way back up to center. Shimmy your shoulders on the floor. Super. So I'm going to turn sideways for this one. So bring your elbows to the floor so they're straight out, and then bring your hands to stand like trees above your elbows. And then slowly bring your palms down towards the floor. Just pause there in kindness and gentleness, not forcing in any way. Just listen to what happens in your shoulders. Lengthening your spine, widen your pelvis. Or maybe rock your pelvis a tiny bit to connect it more into the floor. Nice. And bring your hands so they're above your elbows, and then bring the backs of your hands down to the floor. And just feel what that is in your body. How is this moment? How do you connect and soften into this? Nice. And then begin to travel. And as you bring your fingertips to the floor, and then as you bring the backs of your hands to the floor, notice how your spine is doing something. There is something happening in the whole of the torso to move your shoulders. Maybe do opposite hands. One hand goes down, the other hand goes back. Just notice how this is in your body. Move really slowly, being in connection. Nice. Interlock your fingers up towards the ceiling, and then draw a circle in the air with your hands. And as you do so, you're circling into the back of the rib cage, the back of the torso. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. Wrap your arms over. So cross your right arm in front of the left and wrap around and hold on to your shoulders. And then just see how far you can rock from side to side. Can you rock so that your forearm comes down? I don't know. I'm kind of squishing my fingers and my wrists as I do this. Actually, I like the feeling. I'm kind of rolling in a really interesting way across my arms as you travel from one side to the other. How is that for you? Nice. Pause in the center. Let your shoulders really rest there. Feel that we created movement and action, and now we're letting them rest. Change arms. Bring your left arm in front of the right, wrap around, hold on to your shoulders, and then roll. I didn't know I could roll like this. Oh, so interesting. Yeah, there's something about the meeting each of the different metatarsals. So metacarpals, these are carpals. And so I meet the distant carpals, the distant phalanges of my fingers, and then the knuckles, and then the wrists, and then the forearm. It's very nice. I feel like I'm meeting my periphery in a really interesting way. Nice. Come back to center. Pause. Nice. And then drop your knees down, but don't let your arms move. And then come back up to center. And then drop your knees down and don't let your arms move. And come back up to center. So as you rock your knees from side to side, feel how there's resistance in the side of your rib cage. Pause. Back in center. Lift your feet up, reach down, hold on to your feet, and pull your feet towards your belly. So as you pull your feet towards your belly, just pause there. Deepen your breath into your belly. How do you soften? How do you settle your weight backwards? How do you slow your mind down? For me, that's really doing the work. So actually attending to sensations slows the busy of my mind down. I love creating windows or moments in my day where I deeply feel sensations. And I just stay away from all the thoughts and all the thinking. I just deepen into the felt sense of this moment in my body. So just now in this moment, feel and then feel more. Can you feel your breath? Can you connect into it? Nice. Come into happy baby. So either wrap your elbows behind your forearms, no, behind your knees. Hold on to your ankles with your hands, or bring your hands up into the soles of your feet. And again, pause. Sometimes the word pause has this assumption in my mind, maybe not in yours, but in my mind that it's going to be something easy to do. Oh, I'm just going to pause and it'll be wonderful. Instead, a bit like nourishing myself last month, like pausing has a friction to it for me. I rebel against pausing. And so really having that sense of intention towards it really lit up my day in the most beautiful way yesterday. It was like I was really mindful and awake in my day, noticing moments where I could just pause, a breath, a moment, a few minutes of time woven into the fabric of my day where I connected and deepened and paused. And just feel the sensations emerging. Sometimes pausing, there is intensity that arises. We get to meet how we actually are. So, how are you right now? Can you stay with this sensation? Can you really settle with the intensity of this moment? Be here now. Nice. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Shake out your legs. Keep shaking. Nice. Bring both feet to the floor as wide as your mat. And then bring your arms out to the side. And then we're going to glide up into gliders. So this time, gliders, we're bringing our foot from the floor rather than straight like we did at the beginning of the class. So just rock from side to side into your gliders. So gliders is where your knees are centered. You drop them down to the left, and then your right knee travels up in the direction of your left shoulder. And you just continue. And for me, it does something to the side of my hip, the side of my waist. And I always know if I haven't done a glider yet that day, I'll have a very particular achy feeling. And when I have done gliders, I'll have a very free feeling in that place. I don't know anything else that really meets this part in exactly this way. Nice. Super. And then just bring your hands to your belly, drop your knees wide, bring the soles of your feet together. And always when I settle into this, I want to walk my shoulders away from my pelvis. So I push my elbows down and I push my head down and then I pop my chest up off the floor. So pause there for a moment with your chest lifted and your spine lifted and then drop it down. And then do it again. Lift your chest, lift your spine, feel your elbows and shoulders on the floor, or elbows and head on the floor, and then down. And then one more time. Push your elbows down. Bum is on the floor, head is on the floor, but my spine has popped and is lifted. Stay there for a moment. Just feel that strengthening, that lengthening, and land on the floor. Push the baby toe edge of your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis, and pause. How is it to pause here? So here there is movement. So you're not attending to stillness, you're pausing and there's movement. So how do you listen to the movement and the swaying and the bobbing and this kind of this flow sensation in your body as you pause? So the intention is to pause, but there is movement here. Deepen into your breath, soften into your face. And then drop your pelvis down. Drop your knees wide. Pause. So stay there. And just breathe into your belly a little bit more, connecting in. How wonderful. So have a wonderful day. And think about that. How do you weave pausing into your day? How do you slow things down? How do you sit with how you are? I'll see you all tomorrow. And yeah, tell me how you're getting on. I love knowing. I love hearing from you. Nice. Ciao. Bye.